This is day 5. Today was pretty bleak. I was most of the day I was in my room editing all day with a meeting of a deadline 6 o'clock in the evening to do that. Sorry if the sound is a bit off as well. I'm recording the sound through this GoPro, so hopefully it's okay and you haven't got too much sound from the sea. So I was editing in my room thinking, what the hell am I going to show you guys today, because there isn't really much to show. I thought about sticking a GoPro on a time lapse to capture the whole day. You know, you would have seen me at the desk, periodically getting up to eat a banana, periodically going for a little cry in the corner of the room as the nice day outside wasn't enjoyed by myself and I was just stuck inside. Good news is I did finish the video that I was working on, and also I finished the previous video as well, so that'll be uploaded tomorrow. I'm not going to bother sharing them on this channel, but if you seek them out on my Twitter page, they're pretty easy to find. So this evening I didn't have a fixed gig, so I just went out onto the strip and chanced it a little bit, and something rather amazing happened. I ran into someone who I knew from back home. And this person was a friend of a friend. He has long hair and tied back up in a ponytail, so he has a quite distinctive look from the back. I saw him from the back, ran after him and thought, is that you? And it was him, and thankfully he was a worker out here, and he's working at a club that I haven't covered yet. So obviously the first question is, can you get me in? Can we make this happen? And a long story short, he spoke to a guy who spoke to another guy, and it looks like for this Thursday I'm in. I'm not going to name that club just in case it all goes completely pear-shaped and it doesn't happen. But there's a gig this Thursday, and if I'm in, it will be fantastic. It's going to be very full. It's going to be a club that I haven't covered yet. So that happened, around about midnight, half midnight, I think, when I was out on the strip. And then I also took the opportunity to shoot one of the clubs that I've shot at already before. I didn't do a big long shift this time, but it was a good exercise just to go out there and shoot again and show people what I could do. This club that I was shooting at tonight, as you've probably seen through the photos wherever I placed them in this day's synopsis, that club with super low ceilings. I think actually I took a little clip when everyone left. I took a little clip so you can see how foggy it was, and that wasn't as maximum. That wasn't as bad as it got. It got really, really foggy, and with low ceilings, cramped, and you've got those UV lighting everywhere as well. So you want to try and bring those features out as well, and bring those colours to come forward. So quite a tricky place to shoot. My solution to that. Sorry, I couldn't get you guys in directly with one of my cameras onto what I was shooting, but this is what I did, was just take the flash off of the camera, get the flash close to the subject so that we're not lighting up all the smoke in between me and the subject. The flash is taking care of a lot of it, and the flash is manual, so we have it on a low setting, 1/64th, and it seemed to work quite a lot. Normally the kind of run and gun style shooting that I shoot in a club where people aren't receptive to shots, so you can just run around and quickly sneak a shot and to get those candid moments still quite close up, because you've got the flash out here, you've got your camera in a place that they haven't seen as well. So that's quite a nice technique. But to be fair, on today's shooting, everyone was up for it, having their photos taken. They were very, very keen to have them taken. So I didn't particularly need to do that. There's people coming here, so I might just cut this short, but I might just crack on anyway and see what happens. Yeah, one thing I do want to point out at this point is I know that I can imagine the kind of feedback I'm going to get from saying something like, "Oh, I got a connection and you hooked me up and everything." It's kind of an easy excuse to say, "Oh, I can't do that because I haven't got those connections to do that." If that is going in the back of your head, please let me assure you that I am not very well connected generally. This is not my world, okay? This is not, the idea of me being well connected in this world is laughable. It is, yeah, if you told other people that know me that, oh yeah, Ben, he's got tons of nightclub photography connections that can hook him up with all these things, it's a joke. I'm not like that way at all. And so really, if I can come out here on a whim and manage to find some people that I know from back home And really, I encourage anyone who's thinking of coming to try it out for themselves. You know, it can be done. It is possible, and you don't need to be super connected to make it happen and to hustle and get the gigs. That's it for another day. Tomorrow I am going to shoot at a pool, at a water park, I think. So there is a small chance that I might whip out a tool that we haven't seen since the C2C video, which is the back-mounted GoPro. If I'm brave enough and if there's enough people and if it's worthwhile, then I'll do it. And for the first time I can actually show you a little bit about what TNPS Plus is about, which is in-field footage of me shooting. So hopefully we can make that happen. But for now, a naff day for most of the day turned out to be quite a nice evening. And I got some decent shots, I think. Kept someone happy, got a client happy, and also made a new connection for Thursday night. So looking forward to that one. And yes, that's all. This is the beach. I don't get to see the beach very much, but here it is. I'll point it out. And that's it. Keep this nice and quick. This is day 6. Today I walked to the other side of Magaluf. So you cross the strip. My hotel is in a little peninsula called Torre Nova, where there's lots of other hotels. And I crossed all of those down walked further south to the other side of the strip in order to see another client. This is a client who I'd worked with in the past. I haven't done anything up until today, so I had a free day. I thought I would go and work for them for the day. I was under the impression it was actually going to be a aquapark event, so it turns out it wasn't that day. That day is actually tomorrow, and today was just a check-in day. So I took some quick shots of the check-in process. I wasn't really conducive to taking shots, so I didn't take many in there. People were just sunbathing, minding their own business, and I didn't feel comfortable photographing them in that position. So I did photograph an actual briefing so I got some nice staff shots of the reps doing their thing, and yeah, I left it at that, so I wasn't there for very long. But what I did do was arrange to shoot the bar crawl, which was later on, and that was great, and I'll tell you why. Because the bar crawls that they go to several clubs in a night and sort of introduce them to the scene here, introduce the revelers to the scene. So essentially I was working for a holiday tour operator, and this attaching myself to that tour operator meant that you have easy access to wherever they go. So I thought, I did the first venue, that was good. I spoke to one of the managers at this new venue, and they welcomed me in, and I took their details down, and happy to share my photos with them afterwards. And we were there for like an hour and a half. I did it quite leisurely because it wasn't too full. The footage you see that I took, you can maybe see it now. I don't know what I'll do with it. The footage that I took there was okay. I did the 2 GoPro system, as you'll see. So hopefully that looks nice, and I can work my way through that footage. Anyway, after that it was about I think 11:30. We left that place to walk onto the strip. It was about a 5-minute walk. I took a couple of pictures of the group. It was fairly substantial, walking through the streets. And then we got to the second venue. Second venue was fun because there were already a couple of photographers there. I say photographers, there were people with cameras. And I snuck in with the group, very easy to do so. It was really round in there. It was a good club, good atmosphere, and as you'll see from the footage that I took there, it was wall to wall. There were people everywhere. So yeah, I took some nice shots in there. It was a nice club to shoot. It had high ceilings, high white surfaces. I could bounce flash off, and yeah, lots of strobe, quite a lot of smoke actually as well, as I recall. And yeah, the DJ welcomed me, and he orchestrated a shot for me, which was nice. about 20 minutes in, I think someone saw me and realised that I wasn't supposed to be there and didn't understand who I was. So rather than risk a confrontation, I just legged it. Well, I didn't leg it. I just walked out and it was fine. I've got more than enough shots to take, and you know, frankly, the quality of my stuff is, you know, good. So they can't really have any objection to it. And it means I've crossed off another nightclub off the list of clubs to do here. So they will get a nice little package of shots of showing them what I can do. Oh, my phone's just made a noise. That's pretty much it for today. So today's been a decent day. I wasn't locked in my room editing like I have been yesterday. So today's been okay. Tomorrow is an aqua park, and then it's a very cool gig at the end of the night at an important club, a big club, a busy club, and I hope it goes well. If it does go well, I'll let you know, and obviously we'll film it. I think I want to keep my cards close to me just in case it goes pear-shaped, but it looks like that's going to happen, and that's going to be great. But tomorrow's going to be a really busy day. Aside from the photography, some of the reps were telling me, and some of the reps and some of the people who are part of that tour operator were telling me how expensive air conditioning is for them. So I am very grateful that my room has it included. Let me do one more pan round just to make it seem like I've spent thousands on the production of this TNPS Plus shot. Haha. Okay, that'll do for today. I will speak to you tomorrow. Hasta pronto. Okay, I'm on my way. Should be interesting. Quite sure how busy it's going to be, but this camera's not great in low light, so the in-field footage might not be the best, but it will be okay. I've just got the main camera tonight rather.
Okay. No, what's your name?
My name's Ben.
Ben. Photo?
Yeah, I'm taking a little video.
Oh, video! Woo! Little bit! Little bit! Get in it, guys! Come on, get in it! Woo!
Okay. Oh, it's there. See, it's just there.
Boomerang there.
Yeah.
That's not too good.
This is now day 9, I think. Day 8 was pretty much just me faffing about. We're in a different location, as you can see. Nothing too exotic, I can assure you, but yeah, we had to change hotels because my hotel stay at the previous venue ran out. I'll just show you where we are now. We're in Hotel Samos, so it's at the other end of the strip from where we were before. We were in Torre Nova, little peninsula, and now we are right where the action is. This is where the water park where we shot the other day. And here's the pool, and yeah, right at the other side is BCM, the biggest nightclub here. I can't see that from this side. What other landmarks are there? Oh yeah, I mean, this whole area here was where we were shooting the water park area. It was quite a massive place. So I was a bit concerned yesterday because it is quite loud. That's why I've got this mic on today. Hopefully you can't hear too much of the noise down below. But last night, about 9 o'clock, I was in this room
and they started playing live music there. So that did concern me greatly. Yesterday's shoot went well. I went to the first venue that I went to on day one. That place is called Bananas. Fairly big club. Fairly high ceilings actually. The lights were quite stroby. Smoke was fine. People were happy. We had the Wheelstone Raider come in at 2:30ish, so I was waiting around for him.
You've got no friends.
So when that happened, lots of people sort of crowded around, so I was trying to get his point of view shot as well as the shot from the front. Tried using off-camera flash just to make it a bit more three-dimensional, but nothing really too complicated. I was happy to go back to this particular club just because I met with someone a bit more senior up, and it was good to sort of touch base, you know, make sure they've seen the photos from last Friday and keep them happy and do another gig for them this time round. Today is potentially going to be a killer because there's something happening during the day and then 2 events at night. One of the events at night hasn't been guaranteed yet, but if it happens, it's going to be amazing. Probably the most spectacular gig I've done here, so I'm going to keep it quiet until I know that it's definitely happening. But if it happens, yay. I think that's pretty much it. I'll keep it nice and short. I like oh yeah, the reason why I'm doing this during the daytime, I know most of the time you see these in the night, is the internet here really sucks. So when I should be editing and uploading last night's photos and sending them off, you know, unfortunately, you know, if I edit them now, and they're not going to go anywhere, it's just the internet just can't hack it here. So I have to decide whether I can delay it for another couple of days before I'm back in England and back in the first world, and I can upload them. Okay. Or, you know, I don't know what I can do unless I went down to the lobby and stayed there all afternoon waiting for the upload. That's also not going to be viable either. So now that I've done this little update, I'll probably do a little bit of editing today just to you know, pace it out and make sure I'm organised. But yeah, today is potentially going to be a really busy day. So hopefully I can handle it okay. In terms of how we're going to shoot today during the day, I don't know, we'll have to see. It's just lots of live music happening, so I'm not sure how close I'm going to get. Maybe take my longer zoom lens and hope for the best really. It's by the beach, lots of daylight to play with. Yeah, that's it really. So I will see you shortly. I don't think I'll do another one of these tonight, if that's okay with you. I will do another one of these updates tomorrow, but tomorrow should be my last day shooting. It's now Saturday, yeah, so Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, this is going to be my last day shooting, so yes, hopefully I make it a good one and it doesn't burn me out too much, but I've actually arranged to go to the last venue of the night at 2 AM, so yeah, it's going to be a long night ahead, and yes, I look forward to it, and I'm quite looking forward to going home as well. It's been quite a trying week, but I think I've accomplished everything I set out to do. Today's meeting went well as well, so it looks like we've got that client secured, and yes, it's all good fun. So nearly back at my hotel now. It's only 5 minutes away, easy to find, easy to walk in, there's no security staff or anything like that. I just got on with it really. You know, just started handing out cards, people stopped me, I took lots of candid shots as well. Will it lead to more work? Probably not, but you know, rather be shooting than stuck in my hotel editing stuff I can't send. So yeah, I've got one more gig out of it. I'll send them the links, and yeah, who knows. Coming up to the strip now, a little 5-minute walk and we'll be there. It's going to get a bit loud, so I'm just talking before I get there. I'll be there in 5 minutes and it's pretty busy. Okay, I'm backstage now, hopefully you can hear me, sorry if you can't. I've just heard that the special guest is coming at 3, maybe 3:15, so this is going to be a bit of a mission. Yeah, if he's here I'm not going to stay very long, just make sure he's covered. But yeah, here we go.
It's about 3:15 now. Finished our last gig of the last day. Had a lot of waiting around, but I'm glad it's done now. Photos should be pretty decent tonight, I hope. There was some celebrity who I can't remember his name. I'll flip through the photos quickly and work out who it was. But a lot of waiting around, and then the photos there were pretty easy. I was using lots of off-camera flash. That's it for Magaluf 2015.